the ice cream man. Like, anyone want an ice cream? I'll go get you one. That bit of hair is really annoying me. So, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new and you just found me and you don't know who I am, hey, hello, my name is Sabrina, and if you've already subscribed, you know, as always guys, I love you all. So guys, we got a fresh, dewy, glowy, springy look going on. Super simple, super easy, super affordable. So if you want to see how I got all this going on, then please keep watching. That way. That way, that way, no, that way. No, that way. Please keep watching. Woo! Right, so we're going to kick it off with the L'Oreal Extraordinary Facial Oil. I always put this on my lids before I do eyeshadow, because when you do eyeshadow, guys, like, your lids tend to get dry. So I always put some oil on them to hydrate them. So I always prep them using that. It's a bit like, kind of like eye primer, you know, that kind of thing, but I just use oil. I think this one's really great. So now, as I said in my last video, I always go in with my concealer to carve out my brows. If I don't get that bright white under eyebrow, like, I can't stand that. And I'm just using a Morphe M705 brush. Just getting my Real Techniques Dome Shadow brush and just blend that down into the lid. And for the top of my brow, I will use the Makeup Revolution. This is absolutely battered, guys. The Makeup Revolution Matte Base Concealer Kit. And I go in with this one because this is a thicker consistency. So it really emphasised the sharpness instead of like a watery concealer. Which, guys, you can go over it with concealer too, because it's technically concealer, but not like more like a watery one. Although this is full coverage and this is quite thick, but I do prefer like paste concealer. I don't know if that makes sense. When you bring both your eyebrows together, that's when you kind of know you've got them level, when they then meet in the middle. So keeping it within the budget, there's two bases that I use. I have explained this in my previous videos, which is the GELISY Cosmetics, which is really affordable, and then the PLOUISE, which are both the same price and they're both affordable. Because drugstore, I don't really find sell eyeshadow bases, like good ones. So I opted for these. So I'm going to use the PLOUISE in shade RUMOUR. I do find drugstore kind of need to step their game up a bit, like when it comes to things like that, because everyone loves eyeshadow. Like, who don't like eyeshadow? Like, maybe there might be a few, but I mean, like, if you like makeup, you've got to like eyeshadow. So the eyeshadow palette we're going to go in with today is the NYX Ultimate Edit. I do believe this is new, but this is really affordable, guys. And this is really drugstore price. Even though it's NYX, I do find NYX do some really cool little stuff that's drugstore price. But technically NYX is classed as drugstore, I think. So we've got these colours going on. So we're going to use the yellow, the orange, and the yellow, orange, and the pink, I think. So going in the yellow on our blank canvas E24 brush. Make sure there's no creasing. We're just going to pop this on the inside, just give it some placement. Really, I usually start with my middle all the time, but I mean, and then change it up. We're going to go in, should I do orange or should I do pink? I'm not really too sure. I'll go in with orange. It's kind of like peachy orange. And just pop that over. I don't want to bring it too high because I'm going to blend it all together after. And then on a 227 Zoeva, we're going to go in with the purple. And just bounce that next to that orange. And what I'm going to do with a smaller Morphe brush with that yellow, I'm just now going to buff that up in the inner corner. And then with that orange, just buff it upwards towards the brow. lightly, just doing a really light hand on it. Then back in with that purple and just literally push the product up and round and buff it out. This eye look is so simple to do, but yet so effective. Like, I love it, just a really big blown out smoky eye. Like, it looks like you've done more effort than needed, but kind of like the more messier you are with it, the better it looks. Like, it's kind of nuts.
They saying Mike's about to blow though. Tell me something that I don't know. With the crowd bouncing like.
So the lash I'm going to be using today is the TATTI lashes in TL37. Just to focus. In TL37. Like, guys, I know these ain't drugstore. Like, these lashes are so affordable yet so good. Like, I can't even lie to you guys. Like, I don't like drugstore lashes. Like, they're just not for me. And nah. I'm going to pop these on and see you in the next clip. You see, and then any mistakes you make, you can hide behind the lashes. Like, it doesn't matter what mess you cause because it's all behind the lash. You know what I mean, girls? So, we're going to move on to the face and we're going to use the PRIMARK Primer Water. It hydrates and refreshes. So, I mean, let's have some of that. For the skin, I want to keep it light, glowy, spring kind of makeup. So I've been using regularly, like, this is actually a vibe. This was a good find that I found in Superdrug. It's the Primed and Ready Anti-Blemish BB Cream by Collection. Like, this is really good. You know them days, guys, when you don't want to wear makeup or you don't want full coverage, you just want a light, bouncy, but fresh skin. I got this in a shade darker than me, so I look glowy and tanned as well. I apply it on my Real Techniques buffing brush. Like, for BB creams, I don't use a sponge. I use brushes. Like, look at that. And just lightly just buff that into the skin. Like, I just think it gives a really good dewy finish. Like, this ain't matte. This is proper, light, bouncy. Like, you don't even feel like, guys, you're wearing it. So I'm just going in with the Makeup Revolution Conceal Define Concealer in C10. Just get rid of them bags. And then, guys, this was the only drugstore kind of setting powder that I've got. It's the Model Zone Grand Finale Loose Powder. Real Techniques setting powder brush. And just lightly sweep that under the eyes. I don't want to bake because I want to keep it light and it's not like heavy duty full coverage makeup. So baking would be ridiculous. And then going back into our NYX Ultimate Edit eyeshadow palette, I'm going to take a Morphe crease brush and just go back under the eyes and finish off the eyeshadow. Then go in with the yellow. Just to connect it all together. And then going in with my Revolution Pro white eyeliner, and let's make some eyeliner. And on my Morphe flat brush, we're going to go in with the purple and make some purple liner. The Bourjois Maxi Delight Bronzer in, I can't pronounce the shade, Rose ou Éclats de Soleil. I have no idea, but yeah. And it actually smells like beach. Like, I can't even explain it, but it smells absolutely lush. Oh, I just love it. I'm gonna take my Tarte powder brush, put some down the nose, look a bit sunburnt. As you've guessed it, I'm going to use my Barry M Tri-Blend Highlighter. Like, it would not be a tutorial if I didn't use this. Like, I mean, it's just too much. It's just a lot. And as you know, guys, I only put it in the middle of my face. I used to have it on my cheeks, but I don't really like that no more. I like my cheeks to be matte and maybe with a dewy bronzer. With this, you just literally glow to the gods, I'm telling you. Like, you don't need no other highlighter in your life in summer. Guys, you could like put this on your shoulders, on your legs, like if you've got a little dress on in summer. Literally, guys, you do not need another highlighter if you've got this. Like, this is unreal. And you know what? It lasts a bloody lifetime. I'm going to spray some on the inner corner, just to make my inner corner pop. And for lips, I use my two favourites. Like, these are literally my go-tos, like go-tos, my ride or friggin' dies. It's the Barry M Go-To Lip Liner, and it's the Primark Velvet Whip Lip Cream Semi-Matte Finish in shade Nude. I just think that combo, like, mate, it just does a little something to me. Like, listen, guys, if you've got brightly coloured eyes, like, really, guys, what colour am I really going to put with these eyes? A bright pink, a bright orange, and go out down the road in it? I don't think so. So bright coloured eyes, a nude lip works wonders. So lastly, to finish the whole look off, we're going to use the NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. And just set this whole look together and just let that all soak into the skin and lock everything together. Like, some people don't use setting spray. Like, I don't understand about that life. Like, I can't be one of them. Like, your face must feel so dry and powdery. Like, oh no, just awful. Like, you have to use setting spray. So guys, this is the finished look. Light, dewy, springy, brightly coloured. I wasn't really feeling to play with greens, blues, reds, like all that dark shadows. Like, I really weren't feeling that today. Like, my window was open and I was just smelling the fresh grass because it was being cut outside. And I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna do a spring look. Like, I mean, why not? Like, I haven't done that on my channel yet, and I've seen loads of spring looks be done. And I just wanted to keep this tutorial, guys, easy, simple, affordable, like, just something for everyone, you know what I mean? And guys, like, this eyeshadow palette was £7, and I mean, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 eyeshadows. So technically that's like just over £1 an eyeshadow, I do believe. Like, when you think about drugstore, don't just think about Superdrug or Boots. Like, there are so many other websites and so many brands that do drugstore prices that isn't just Superdrug and Boots. Like, everything that I used today, I will link down below, and everything I used was less than £10. And I mean, I came through with this glowy, dewy spring look. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and smash that thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And if you want to see all my colourful looks, new products, all the bargains I find, that will be all on my Instagram. So I will link that in the description box below for you guys. Little plug. Sorry. By the way, guys, ciao for now. Bye, guys.